What up, biatches? I'm Polka Dot Pigeon. Welcome back to my channel. My face itches so bad. So I posted a poll on my story like 2 days ago or something, asking if you guys would rather me do a winter outfits video or a chatty get ready with me, and chatty get ready with me won by a landslide. That's the video I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna do my makeup. I think I'm gonna do a different makeup look than I usually do. I might try a very like dramatic liner and eyebrow look, because when I usually do liner, I don't do my eyebrows, but I think I'm gonna go crazy today and just do it all. And then I'm also gonna fix my hair, and I'm gonna put an outfit on for you guys. I'll pick out an outfit with you. But I do have a lot to talk about, kind of. So yeah, let's get into it, shall we? So I'm not really getting ready for anything. It's actually 5:30 in the evening right now. I just decided to film the video right now. I don't really get ready for the day, honestly. Sometimes I don't even wash my face if it's like doesn't feel oily or whatever. I just go about my day. And I've been doing that for like 2 weeks. Like I'll skip washing my face one morning and then I'll wash it the next, and my skin has like never been as clear as it is. And you guys have seen my face when I come on to the camera before my makeup's done. It looks scary most of the time, but like all that's really on my face right now is scarring. I have like a pimple like right there, but anyways, I haven't washed my face today, so I'm gonna wash my face right now. I'm gonna put my hair up with this little studded headband that I made. I'm gonna look crazy. That's what I do to wash my face. And I use the knockoff like CeraVe face wash from Walgreens because it's cheap and I am not rich. So I'm gonna wash my face and I'll be back to moisturize and all that. Okay, I'm back. I've washed my face, I've shaved my eyebrows, and I cleaned my septum, which I ended up stretching to a 1 gauge. I know I said I would do it in a vlog, but I posted a YouTube short, so you can watch it there, like the whole stretching process. I was just impatient because after I filmed my Q&A, which is where I said I would show it in a vlog, the jewelry came like literally the next day and I didn't want to wait, so I just did it. Yeah, it was very much smooth sailing. It barely has any soreness. I mean, dead stretching is the way to go. Ever since I started dead stretching, my septum stretching journey has been like so much less painful. I highly recommend, if you don't dead stretch already, to start dead stretching and stop stretching with acrylic tapers and pinchers. It makes such a difference. When I was stretching with like those like black acrylic pinchers or tapers, whatever, my septum would stay sore for like a month, and that's because that material like harbors bacteria and it just makes it so much harder to heal the stretched hole in your nose. So start dead stretching. I do not recommend dead stretching if you're only going to wait like a month between stretches, but if you're waiting the correct amount of time in between stretches, you should be able to dead stretch. And it shouldn't be that painful. With every stretch, obviously, there's probably going to be like a little pinch or a little bit of soreness, but your nose shouldn't be throbbing. You shouldn't be able to like not be able to touch the tip of your nose. It shouldn't hurt to smile or like move your nose. Those are all signs that you're stretching way too fast. Anyways, yeah. So now I'm gonna moisturize my face. I'm gonna be using the CeraVe moisturizer. If I was doing like my makeup in the morning time or like middle of the day, I would use sunscreen. But since it's literally nighttime, I'm just gonna use lotion, moisturizer, whatever. I hate putting cold lotion on my face. I need to like warm it up a lot in my hands. I don't like the feeling of this. Make sure you get your neck so it doesn't turn all wrinkly or whatever. I like to put lotion on the inside of my nose too. I don't know why, it feels good. If I had Aquaphor, I would be putting Aquaphor on the inside, not lotion. Usually I would put this Naturium vitamin C on before my lotion, but I'm pretty much out of it. Let me see if I can get a few squirts out. That probably looks and sounds very odd, but I got a tiny bit, so I'll put that on as well. I'm supposed to avoid my eyes, and I kind of just put it on my eyes. So hopefully they don't start burning. Okay, I just put my primers on. I was talking about something, but I realized I wasn't making literally any sense while I was doing it, so I'm going to re-say what I said. The primers I used are the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and then the e.l.f. Liquid... No, the e.l.f. What is this? Power Grip Primer. Holy cow. Yeah, I just got my cut in half beauty blender wet and I'm gonna blend in the primer a little bit more. Anyways, what I was saying when I was putting my primer on and not making any sense was that Mona has somehow got a back injury. I don't know what she did to hurt herself, but it was like 3 or 4 days ago. She started acting like really like tired and like she didn't want to walk or do literally anything. Like she wouldn't even go to the bathroom. So my mind went to like the worst thing. I was like, oh my god, she has like kidney disease or she has a blockage in her urinary tract or FIP or something. So I was just like, for the first day I was like, okay, it's really cold outside and it's like rainy. Maybe she just doesn't want to go outside because it's cold and rainy. And she ended up like getting up at night and was like walking around. So I was like, okay, it was probably just the weather. Someone's playing really loud music outside. I'm sorry. And then the second day she kind of did the same thing, but the weather was the same. So I was like, okay, maybe it's just the weather. But the third day she slept from like 9 o'clock at night to like 11 a.m. the next day, which she never does. She usually wakes up at like 5 or 4:30 in the morning to like pee at least, or to just get up and like walk around, and then she'll go back to sleep. So that day I told my boyfriend Ricky and his parents and his sister, and I was like, bro, there's something wrong with her. Like she like is not moving. And she hasn't gone to the bathroom in like 12 plus hours. So we picked her up and like physically put her in the litter box, and then she peed. So I was like, okay, that like is a better sign that maybe she doesn't have a urinary blockage or whatever. And she, after that, she just slept. Like she wouldn't get up or anything. We had to hand feed her, we had to give her water. She like would not get up to do anything. So the next day I called the vet and I scheduled her an appointment, and she goes in. I didn't go. My boyfriend and his mom went because I did not want to see her in pain or like screaming or hissing. Like I didn't want to see her like that. The situation was already going to be high anxiety, and I was like, bro, I'm just going to make it worse. So I'll just stay home. And my boyfriend and his mom went, thankfully. But yeah, they figured out that she has a back injury. They don't know what, because they didn't do an x-ray. They just felt her lower back and they're like, oh yeah, something feels weird. So they gave her 2 medicines that she has to take twice a day every 12 hours. So the routine we have her on now is 6 in the morning and then 6 at night. So far I've had to like have her lick it off my finger. Like I have to mix it with food and then she like licks it off my finger the slowest that she can do. Today I actually ended up breaking the pill in half, and I like just covered it in enough food to where she thought it was like just like a hard piece of her wet food, and she chewed it. So we figured out a way to give her the pill easily. But then she has this sedative that's a liquid that we have to put in a syringe, and we tried mixing it with like pumpkin puree because she likes it, and she can like tell the difference. And she wouldn't eat the pumpkin puree. We tried mixing it with her normal cat food and she could tell the difference still. So we basically just have to like pretend we're cuddling her face and then like get her to open her mouth a little bit and then just shoot it in there real fast. But me and Ricky have got it down to a system. We started it yesterday at 6 p.m. That was her first dose, and that was the hardest one to do because it was the first time. But that stuff worked in like 4 hours. She was up walking around. She went outside by herself. She was jumping, which she wasn't supposed to be doing. That's why she has a sedative too. But at that point, the sedative kind of wore off, and she's like, ooh, I feel great. So she was exploring. But yeah, she's gonna be on that stuff for 2 weeks. So she's gonna be pretty tired and, you know, loopy for 2 weeks, but hopefully it is enough to heal whatever's wrong with her back. And if she is still hurting and stuff after we start weaning the medicine off, then we have to take her to the vet to get an x-ray. So fingers crossed that it heals, because she doesn't like the vet. It would be pretty fire if she didn't have to go again. But yeah, that's what's going on with Mona, and she's been taking up most of my time. I feel uncomfortable like leaving the house if like no one else is here. Like I don't want to leave her alone because I'm scared that she's gonna hurt her back even more or something. Yeah, Queen of the World Mona. She's not going to be in very many videos because she's pretty much been in my boyfriend's room for the past 2 days. I slept with her in there for like 4 hours this morning after we gave her medicine at 6 a.m. But on the bright side, it makes me get up early instead of sleeping in late. I have to get up at 6 a.m. every day for 2 weeks. Hopefully it forms a habit and I just keep up with getting up at 6 in the morning. Yeah, that's Mona's update. She's chilling though. I'll put a picture of her right here, all drugged up on her medicine. Now I'm putting concealer on. I'm going to do my eyebrows first like I always do, but first I have to apply the eyebrow base. So I'm going to use my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. It's like running out, so I'm sticking my eyebrow concealer brush in here to get the very last remnants, which is not very much. Hopefully I have enough to cover my face. It's looking like I might not have enough. Yeah, but the topic about Mona was honestly like the biggest topic I had to talk about. I have a few more things to discuss though, don't worry. So I'm filming this on December 21st, 4 days before Christmas. And I have yet to experience the feeling of, you know, the giddiness of the Christmas spirit or whatever. I haven't felt that at all this month, and that's kind of how it usually goes for me. Since I was like 19, I like don't feel the Christmas spirit until like Christmas Eve. Oh, I kind of miss it. I kind of miss being like super on edge and anxious the whole month of December just because I'm so excited for Christmas. But like, I don't know, I just don't really like holidays like that anymore, I guess. You know, it's funny though, I believed in Santa Claus until I was like 16 years old. I believed it longer than my younger brother did. He honestly, I'm pretty sure, stopped believing Santa Claus when he was like 12 or something. I don't know what that was about. I don't know, I guess it just made me like happy to believe him or something. I don't know. And Christmas kind of stresses me out too because, you know, you have to buy presents and stuff, and that's hard to do when you don't have money to buy people presents. I obviously still did. I'm not gonna just not buy anybody anything, but that part stresses me out every single year. But I love giving people presents, and I wish I had like so much money so I could give everybody in my life like the coolest things ever. Like, I wish I was so rich that I could like buy my parents a house or something, like, or just do whatever. I'll be that rich one day, but not right now. But yeah, I just get super stressed out about like the money aspect of buying presents and everything, but it always pays off because you get to see them opening the gifts, and then you see, you know, you made them happy, they liked it, whatever. Hopefully they liked it, you know. I haven't ever given a gift that someone's like, ew, why'd you give this to me? But that's also just like common courtesy not to do that when you receive a gift. So who knows, maybe there's been gifts that my family and friends have hated and they just didn't tell me. That's not my problem though. That was kind of a random tangent, but whatever, I felt like saying it. I'm gonna do my eyebrows now. For that, I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild, I think it's Kohl eyeliner, it's just in black. I'm gonna pencil draw my eyebrows on, and then I'm going to conceal them. I got it all nice and sharp. Heck yeah. I'm gonna do it off camera. If you follow me and you've watched my videos, you know I hate doing my eyebrows. It makes me so mad. Okay, I'm back with my eyebrows done. I'm not the biggest fan of how they look right now. Hopefully with eyeliner I'll like it better, but right now they look kind of insane. That's okay. I kept myself calm while doing my eyebrows by watching Queso. I'm really into his new Minecraft hardcore checklist series or whatever. I already know how it ends because I saw a stupid TikTok that like spoiled the entire thing, but whatever. I'm watching his YouTube uploads. I love how they're like each 2 hours long because I love long YouTube videos. So yeah, if you like long YouTube videos, go watch Queso's hardcore Minecraft series that he's got going on right now. Okay, next I'm gonna move on to my eyeliner. I think I'm gonna be doing a big dramatic wing, and for that I'm gonna be using the NYX Epic Ink liner, the waterproof one in the shade black. I'm wondering if I should do like a long straight out wing or if I should like curve it up. I kind of didn't do my eyebrows like as angular and like straight like I usually like to do them, so I might do my eyeliner more straight out. I don't know. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm just gonna start drawing lines and see where it takes me. I think that angle is fine. I wish I had like a little tiny handheld mirror, but I don't. As the days go by and I grow older, I find myself hating how eyeliner looks on me. But I wanted to do something different than my regular makeup look for this video. Hopefully I like the result. I have to do my eyeliner in such a weird shape because of how my eyelids are. Like, I have to do like this weird shape because if I don't, it doesn't even look like a wing. It just like completely folds together and it just disappears. So when I close my eyes, the shape looks very odd, but that's okay. I don't mind it. You know what? I think that looks pretty decent. I'm concealing the little bits that are outside of the line. And then I'm gonna go in with some black eyeshadow and set this eyeliner because it creases like crazy if I don't set it. I don't have any eyeshadow brushes or like literally anything to use except this paintbrush that I cut in half. I threw all my eyeshadow brushes away because I kept dropping them on my bathroom floor and I was like going insane thinking about all the germs that were on them, and it just grossed me out. And I know I could have cleaned them, but in my mind, no matter how many times I cleaned them, they would have never been cleaned. And I had them for like 3 years anyway, so it was time to throw them away. But I haven't gotten any new ones since, so I'm just making do with what I have. I'm gonna use just a black eyeshadow This one's from a NYX eyeshadow palette that I got around Halloween like last year. And I'm just gonna like pat it on with this super messed up paintbrush. Luckily, I'm doing my eye makeup first before my base because this eyeshadow has a lot of fallout. And I always have to like brush it out from underneath my eyes and stuff. That's the first eye. Now, hopefully, I can do that on this eye. The thing that I have issues with is making them the right angle. Like, I'll always make this one like the perfect angle, and then I'll like do this and like make it face downwards, or I'll make it like way too curved up. That's what I have the most difficulty with. Sorry, I'm not talking about anything interesting in this portion. I can't like multitask like that. I already messed it up. Whatever. I have concealer for a reason. What am I doing? They're not at the right angle. This is so hard. I feel like my eyes are two different shapes. Like one is way more droopy than the other and one has way more lid space. And they just like never look even. I'm having such a hard time. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the angle too far off. I'm gonna go in with concealer though and fix it because it is kind of off. Whenever I look down, they look fine, but I don't walk around doing that. I think I got past the hardest part, so now I can start talking about interesting things. I mean, I guess not interesting. I don't know. I'm just talking. I'm just saying what's on my mind, man. I have been struggling so much with like comparing myself to others, and I used to never do that. And it's not even, I don't like compare like my looks. It's always like what I've accomplished in life, or how much money I have, or versus how much money this person probably has, or just like what this person does on a daily basis versus what I do, which isn't much. But I have to like remind myself that the people that I'm comparing myself to, most likely, unless they're really good at like managing it and hiding it, don't deal with the insane things that I have going on in my head. Everyone is different. Like, there's no need for comparison. I don't know. It's like you can't, it's like comparing country music to like heavy metal. There's nothing to compare. Like, every person is so different. Like, there's nothing to compare. And I hate, oh my god, I hate it so much. I always like find myself doing it and I'm like, oh my god, like I want to slap myself in the face. I don't do that, but like that's what I want to do. It just makes me so mad because I never used to do that. And it just started happening like recently, like within the past like year and a half, where I just like hardcore compare myself to like other people's financial situations, their daily life tasks, like what they've accomplished, blah blah blah. And it's so annoying. I hate doing it. You know what they say, comparison is the thief of joy, or whatever the saying is. It truly makes me so disappointed in myself, and I'm like, there's nothing to be disappointed in. Like, literally nothing. Like, stop doing that. There's so many things I don't care about. Like, why can I also not care about what's going on in someone else's life versus mine? Everyone is so different. There's like no need to compare myself to anybody. And I almost would rather it be I'm comparing my looks versus whole life situations in general. I feel like it would be way easier to like get myself out of that headspace. I hate it. It makes me sometimes like not want to go on social media because I know I'm gonna be like disappointed in myself that I'm not posting as many YouTube videos as I want, or I'm not this, that, blah blah blah. I don't know. My camera's gonna die. Let me switch the battery out. Okay, I switched the battery out and I took a little time to perfect the eyeliner, and I think this is as good as it's gonna get. I don't know, it looks different in like every single mirror I look in, but for right now I think it looks good enough. And I think once I put my lashes on, it'll just hide all the imperfections anyways. Whatever. As I was saying about comparing myself to others, does anyone else have that issue where you don't compare your looks, you just compare like life situations, just like stupid stuff? I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I'll see like people my age who have like kids and stuff and their own house and everything, and I'm like, wow, like I don't even want kids, so I know their situation would not make me happy, but I still let it get into my head and I'm like, I'm a loser, I suck. But it's like, dude, you don't even want kids, and I don't want to own a house yet either. Like, I'd rather rent because I don't know where I'm gonna want to live for the rest of my life, and I feel like renting is easier. Well, I don't have good enough credit, I don't think, anyway. Whatever. You get my point. Like, it doesn't make sense, these things I'm comparing myself to. But man, I let it ruin my mood all the time. Oh, by the way, I'm tight lining. I didn't tell you guys. I'm just honestly wondering if other people do that, because it's just like, I feel like the circumstances and things that I compare myself to, it's just like so random, and just some of it doesn't make sense. I don't know why I do literally anything that I do. I'm assuming it has something to do with me not living in my own house anymore, and I just like think I've regressed to like childhood or something, or like I feel like a failure because I don't rent my own place anymore. I don't know. There's certain circumstances that will not allow me to do that right now, and there's nothing wrong with it, and I need to stop bashing myself for it. Hopefully like some of this makes sense. I feel like I'm rambling a lot, but I like rambling in these videos, you know? It makes me feel better about things, and I just like to talk about it. I always tell my boyfriend like I just feel like a loser, and he's like, dude, why? He never like understands it, and then that makes me feel better because I'm assuming other people don't view me the same way I view myself. I don't want to come across as like a loser low life. Well, and like I said, I don't care about what a lot of people think, but I don't want somebody thinking that I'm something I'm not. I hate being called lazy. I hate it so much because I'm not, bruh. Ugh, I'm not. To some people it might seem that I am lazy, but there is so many things that it's just like, no. It doesn't boil down to just like, you didn't go to the store today to get makeup wipes, you're lazy. It's like, no, there's a lot that goes on behind these eyes and my skull, a lot that I can't control, and it has nothing to do with laziness or not. Did anything I just said make sense? Probably not. Whatever. Okay, as you saw, while I was attempting to make sense of my thoughts, I smoked out my bottom lash line, but like I said, I don't have an eyeshadow brush, so it looks kind of not good. So hopefully my finger can mend the issue. It is 8 o'clock. I've been filming this video for a very long time, but I keep having to stop and do things in between, so I don't take 3 hours to do my makeup. I guess my closing thought on that whole comparison rant would just be, you can't compare two completely separate individuals. Like, every single person is so different. I feel like I'm trying to be like philosophical, but I'm not. That's literally what I have to tell myself. Like, why am I gonna compare myself to these people who are just so different than me in so many different ways? I just feel like everyone should be happy with how they are, who they are, and I know like we all have our own internal conflicts and everything, but we shouldn't add on to that already like those feelings by comparing ourselves to somebody else who isn't dealing with those internal conflicts, you know? Whatever. I look crazy. I have so much fallout underneath my eyes. I'm just gonna use toilet paper and water because I don't have makeup wipes. Okay, I'm just gonna run my beauty blender over it because I'm not a fan of how that looks. Okay, I got my eyelashes. I need to put glue on them and then put them on. Oh, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna answer a few more questions that I got in my Q&A, because honestly I don't think I'm gonna be doing a Q&A part 2 anytime soon, just because that was like one of the hardest videos to edit. It was so just like repetitive, cutting, clipping, adding those little question stickers on. So I'll answer some questions that I didn't get to answer in that video, because there were some good ones that were submitted to my YouTube community post after I had already filmed the video, and I was like, gosh dang it, I wish I would have seen that like while I was filming. So I'll answer some of those now. Okay, so somebody asked me, where do you listen to music, like Spotify or Apple Music or whatever? I use YouTube Music, and they also asked me if I have any playlists to like share. I don't. I have one playlist, and if I can figure out how to like make it to where you guys can also listen to it, I'll put it here. Be warned, it has like 2,000 something songs on it, because the way I listen to music is I just add all of them to one playlist and I shuffle the playlist until it plays a song I want to hear, or I search the song I want to listen to. I have zero patience to make like specific playlists for like certain feelings or whatever. I just have like, if I want to listen to like an album that's gonna make me cry or whatever, I have like an arsenal of those albums in my brain. Like, I know which ones are gonna do it for me. I've tried making playlists, and oh my god, I don't know how people do it. I applaud you all who are able to do that. I can't. My sister does it, my boyfriend does it, and I'm like, oh my god, I just can't do it. Okay, this next question is a really good one, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to answer it very well, but I thought I would just attempt to, because, I mean, they asked for a reason. They said, how do you deal with the urge to throw away all your clothes and start rebuilding your closet, personality, identity from scratch every 6 months, asking for a friend? Honestly, I get like wanting to rebuild your wardrobe and like maybe the way you look, but I don't understand like wanting to change your personality, because like I mean, I understand it, but I don't think you should want to do that every 6 months. The only reason I would be able to like come up with as to why you want to do that is because you're like surrounding yourself with people who are making you feel like you're not good enough. Or if it's solely just you feeling like you're not good enough, well, you're good enough just the way you are. I don't think you should, if maybe there's like certain characteristics about yourself that you'd like to change, but I don't think you should want to change your whole personality. Like maybe you procrastinate. Look to change that. Don't look to change yourself completely just because you don't like one aspect, you know? As for like the clothes thing and how I am now, I would just be like, that's way too expensive. I can't do that. And think about it, like that's so much work to rebuild your whole wardrobe. That's so much work, and it's very unsustainable unless I guess you were looking to donate your whole wardrobe. Do not go throwing away all your clothes. Do not. That's extremely not a very sustainable way to live. But I guess if you wanted to donate them, it would be fine, but then you're going to be spending more money on clothes when you didn't need them in the first place. That's just like how I logically would think of it as. I don't know. But I also think social media has a big impact on like people wanting to change their style, their wardrobe, blah blah blah. Don't get caught up in the trend cycles. If you are able to, maybe stay off TikTok, Pinterest, stay away from the core styles like I said in my Q&A. Man, I don't know. I feel like TikTok has like, I don't want to say ruined personal style because it hasn't. I feel like in a way TikTok's helped me find my own style, but I feel like it's made people obviously more susceptible to wanting to fit in and look the same, so they need to like stay on top of the trends, and TikTok obviously is a really easy way to get all the trends. And then you have all these people telling you, oh, get this to look cool, get this to smell good, get this to like look pretty, whatever. So obviously social media, if you're able to, I would just maybe take a break from it so you can stop feeling that way. I personally don't really interact with like fashion videos on my TikTok anymore, just because I was so tired of seeing like the same thing over and over again, and just like being sold basically like a different aesthetic every other day, it seems like. It was kind of annoying me, so I just scroll past like all those videos where it starts off like, here are 5 things you can buy to fit into this aesthetic. Like, oh, I hate those videos so much. If that's your cup of tea, go for it. I can't stand them. But yeah, I think obviously social media, Instagram, TikTok has made it really easy to have those feelings of like, oh, I need to change myself. I need to look this way like everyone else is doing it, like I need to. No, you don't. You need to be you. You need to be unique. You need to be comfortable in your own skin, and that shouldn't mean you have to change yourself every 6 months to feel that way, because that's not how it should be. Okay, I'm not gonna make this whole video like a Q&A part 2, but I'm gonna answer a few more. Somebody asked me, are there any items that you are really wishing to add to your wardrobe? Off the top of my head, the only thing I can think of are sneaker flats. I love sneaker flats so much, and I've found so many on eBay, but I'm always in my head, I'm like, I know I can thrift that. Like, that's how I think. Like, I like do not buy things online because I know in my mind I can thrift it. So even if it's like $10 on eBay, I'm gonna be like, no, I can thrift it. And then I'm like, actually I'll just buy it, and then I go back to the listing and they're sold already, which sucks obviously. But yeah, sneaker flats are on my wish list right now. I love them. They're so comfortable. I made a TikTok and it got like a ton of views, and everybody in the comments was like, sneaker flats suck. I bet your feet stink. Oh, my feet sweat so much. People were just bashing on them. Obviously not everybody, but a lot of people were. And I was like, dude, do you guys like not clean your feet, or like let your shoes air out, or spray Lysol in them? You can use like baby powder. Like, there's a lot of ways to like not have your feet smell disgusting when you wear sneaker flats. There's even special socks you can wear. And I was like, to me it sounds like you guys just don't know how to clean your feet or your shoes. Like, because obviously I get like, yeah, shoes get sweaty, but they were saying some crazy scent combinations, and I was like, why would your feet smell like that? Like, the only reason I can think of is you're just not cleaning your feet or your shoes. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I really like sneaker flats. Honestly, I have like no clothing items that I can think of right now. Kind of the way that I like go about like adding things to my wardrobe is like, I'll just go thrifting and I'll see something and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have it, you know? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna answer like 2 or 3 more questions, and then I promise I'll be done, okay? I'll be done with the Q&A aspect. Okay, so somebody asked me, do you believe in reincarnation or anything like that, spiritual or not, etc.? I kind of used to be interested in the idea of reincarnation, but in the past few years I'm kind of not so much like believer in it, I guess. Honestly, the way I think about it is like when we die, I think like our essence, our soul, whatever, is just released into the air, the universe, space, whatever you want to be released into, I don't know. And we're just like here, but like not as like a conscious soul. Like it's not like a ghost floating around. Like I don't think like, oh, I would just be out of my like flesh floating in the sky and still be like conscious and aware of what's happening. I think we are just like everywhere, basically. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't really believe in like going to heaven or hell or God or any of that. To me, it just makes sense that our essence would just be, we're just, you know, released from the flesh and just, I don't know. It's not really a religious thing either, because like I said in my last video, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in like a God or a devil or any of that, heaven, hell, none of that. But I also don't think that we just like die and then there's absolutely nothing like that's left of us, you know? Like I don't think we're just dead and then it's just like black. But I don't think us personally can like see, but I think we're just like released. I don't know if that makes any sense. That's just how I've thought of it, and it makes me like more comfortable thinking about like death and dying, you know? Just to think like, oh, my essence is just gonna be twirling around the sky, whatever. I'm gonna be in the wind. Everybody who's ever died just floating around their little particles. I don't know. I don't know if that goes along with atheism, but that's just like what makes me feel the most comfortable about thinking about the fact that everyone dies. Because obviously thinking about like, oh, it's just nothingness, that's not a very comforting thought to have. But neither is, oh, I need to get saved so I don't go to hell. So I don't know. Ever since I went through that like crazy OCD episode with like religion and stuff, I've kind of been distant from even like attempting to like look into it, and I feel comfortable with the way I feel about religion and everything now. Like that's what makes me feel sane, so that's how I'm gonna continue thinking, you know? I'm not gonna like try to like look for a God or look for something to believe in, because I don't feel like hopeless in the way I think. Like I feel comfortable. It makes me feel like at peace, I guess, you know? Because I know other people seek religion for like community or comfort in the fact that like, yeah, we're gonna die, and it makes them feel comfortable knowing that they are gonna go to heaven, you know? But for me personally, it just makes me feel more comfortable thinking like our essence is just in the air, whatever. But once again, not as a soul, not as a conscious thing, just essence. Think of it like you spray perfume. The essence is in the air. I don't know. That's just what makes me happy inside. Okay, I can't find the question right now, but I remember reading this question, and it was somewhat along the lines of how do I deal with emetophobia and anxiety in like public. And I think they mentioned that they were going into school or something like that. And I personally am not the best person to ask that, because I feel like I do not manage my emetophobia or anxiety very well in public. The only way that I'm able to somewhat get a grip on like myself when I'm freaking out like that is if my sister's with me or my mom. Sometimes my boyfriend can't even like comfort me. But some things that I always make sure I like never leave the house without is isopropyl alcohol, because it helps with nausea if you smell it. I always have a little Old Boss inhaler, I think is what it's called. I'll put a picture. It's also something you smell to like shock your senses, basically. It's meant to like smell when you're stuffed up or sick. I smell it when I feel like nauseous or anxious. I also have essential oil roller ball things that just kind of take my mind off things, you know? And I usually have something that I can like carry in my hands or like fidget with, you know, especially when I go to shows. I take in my little inhaler stick to shows, because sometimes shows don't allow you to have bags, so I'll take that inhaler thing in and I'll like peel the sides of the label off, and that's like what I fidget with. But otherwise, I've used like little squishy toys, just literally anything that I can like grab and like hold or like fidget with. Honestly, it helps like a little bit. I will say it's not like the best thing to help ease my anxiety, but it does something. So I do make sure I have something I can hold or whatever. And I also carry a spray bottle with me of water, because I will spray myself like in the face with water, on my chest, on my neck, the back of my neck, if I'm like having one of those like moments where like I'm feeling super hot, flushed, like I'm gonna pass out or throw up. Like that also helps shock your senses, and it like brings you down to earth, you know? Obviously there's the breathing techniques you can do. There's, I forget what it's called, but it's like inhale, exhale. I don't know what it's called, but it does something with your vagus nerve. Also this, there's like rhythmic tapping you can do. You like do that and do this. It's like alternate tapping. It also somehow resets your vagus nerve or whatever. I don't know the super scientific explanations behind it. I just know that that's what I've seen and it does help me. I'll do this and I'll hum. Like I'll go, if you're in a place where you feel comfortable doing that. I don't know if you would do that like in a classroom setting, but if you're able to leave the classroom and like go to the bathroom or like walk around, that helps me a lot. It's weird, humming helps nausea and anxiety. I'll just like hum random tunes, or I'll like listen to a song in my headphones if I'm feeling like okay enough to do that, and I'll hum along to it, and it usually helps. I also like to just stand and sway. That helps me personally. I'll literally, you can't see my legs, but I'll like go in a wide stance and just like doing this. I don't know what about that helps, but it helps my nausea. It helps when I'm having really bad cramps. It helps anxiety. This, I'll do this and I'll like squeeze my hands together really tight. That works wonders for me, and I don't know what it is about that. So obviously, if you're in a place where you feel comfortable doing that, try it out, man. Do it anywhere, honestly, who cares? I've done it in stores and stuff, like who cares, honestly. If you need to get yourself out of that headspace, do whatever you need to do. As long as it's legal, you know? Those are honestly just ways that I like cope with the insane feelings that my anxiety and emetophobia gives me. When I was in school personally, I would honestly, this is not good advice, I would leave. Obviously, you can't just get up and leave whenever you are feeling a certain way. That's why I said in the beginning, I'm not the best person to ask, because even if I wasn't supposed to, I would leave. I walked off campus all the time. I just left. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. Sometimes I would get my sister to get out of class because we went to the same school, and I'd get her to like sit with me somewhere if I felt like I was okay enough to like just sit with her and let her like be with me so I could calm down. But most of the time I just left. To me, it just wasn't worth putting myself through all those crazy emotions I was feeling and insane feelings, like, and I still don't know how to really get through it completely without just instantly thinking I need to leave. Like that's always my solution, is I just need to leave. So there's your advice, if you could even call it advice. I don't know. But like I said, I am not the best person to ask. My anxiety and my OCD and everything, like I've mentioned on here plenty of times, goes through such crazy bouts of being like gone basically, and then it's just like boom, in your face there constantly for like months, and then it's just gone again. So for me, it's been like hard to like find like a super solid way of dealing with all of that. But what I just told you is the way that are the ways that I have came up with in the 13 years I've dealt with this. So take it with a grain of salt, or whatever they say. I have my eyelashes on now, and I did my bottom mascara, and I'm not liking how it looks without inner corner liner, but I'm scared to try. I'm scared it's gonna take me forever to do. Maybe I'll just do like a little tiny just line right here. I don't like how that looks at all. Oh my gosh, I just pulled out like the biggest string of mucus. Oh my god, that felt insane. Do you guys ever do that and it like tickles your whole eye? Oh, that felt so nasty. Oh my god, what was that? It's like a huge piece of fuzz. And an eyelash? How did I not feel that? Sorry if that was gross. That was insane feeling. This headband is making my ears hurt really bad. Now my hair's all poofy. So ever since I started watching Queso's hardcore Minecraft thing, I've been really into Minecraft myself. I feel like everybody goes through those bouts where they like play Minecraft for like a week straight and then they don't play it for like 7 months. That's what I do all the time, and like Queso's always the one to remind me like, oh, Minecraft exists. So for like the past 2 or 3 days, I've been like having my Minecraft time while I'm tending to Mona while she's just sleeping in my room. I'll just play Minecraft. And I suck at Minecraft. I am like not good at all, and I'm like really proud of myself for continuing to play it, because I'm the type of person that's like, oh, if I'm not good at something, I'm not gonna keep doing it. Like, I hate not being good at something, but Minecraft is so intriguing, and I love finding like new towns and like mine shafts and stuff. I think it's so cool. But I'm just not good at it. And the other day, yesterday I think, I found a mine shaft for the first time in a while, and I was so excited. I had no armor, I had no weapons, I literally just had like bread, and I think I made a crafting table, but I didn't have like literally anything. I just had the crafting table. Oh, and maybe a boat. That's what I always make a boat, because I'd rather just like drive the boat everywhere than like swim, you know? Anyways, I find this mine shaft. I have nothing, and obviously there's like skeletons and all that garbage in mine shafts, and I can see them from the top of like the hill where I'm at. And I decide, oh, like I can get into the mine shaft, like I can kill the skeletons. No, as soon as I land, I literally like die, because I got like attacked by like a zombie and a spider and a skeleton all at once, you know, because that's what would happen in a mine shaft. Oh, and I was so disappointed, and I was determined to get back to that mine shaft, because I realized that I had respawned in like an area somewhat close to the mine shaft, because I saw a tree that I broke before I got into the mine shaft. So I spent like literally half an hour trying to find this mine shaft after I respawned, and I never found it. And then I kind of gave up, but I started a new world. I didn't just turn the game off, I just created a whole new world. And then I just continued on just searching for villages and stuff, because I don't make my own like food or get my own iron or anything. I just go and steal everything from villages. The only thing I make are like boats, and then I'll make like pickaxes and stuff if I have to, but usually it's just out of wood, and then I like just hope and pray that I'll find like a pickaxe in one of those like broken ender portal, nether portals, whatever it's called. I'm not very well versed on the terms of Minecraft. I just know that I like to walk around and find cool things. And yeah, I'll do that for like a week straight, and probably by next week I'll not be playing it anymore. Who knows, maybe I will be, because Mona's still going to be on her medicine healing journey. I don't know. Maybe it'll switch to GTA, because I kind of do the same thing with GTA. Except I feel like GTA gets like really, really repetitive, you know? I can never find like new things in GTA, because I mean, it's the same map. It doesn't like pop up new things every day. So yeah. I feel like I'm talking about kind of the same things I talked about in my last video, like games and stuff, and that's okay though. You guys voted for this, and I wanted to do it anyways. My concealer is just like so dried out and scarce. It's so hard to blend onto my face. This is not looking the best. You guys, I really hope this video is somewhat entertaining. I really do hope. I have another thing on my mind I wanted to talk about. I totally forgot about it, but it's popped back into my brain. So, it's the holiday season, it's winter break, it's all of that, which means it is, you know, the season of 400,000 different illnesses and stuff. And one of them is always the, I don't even like saying the word, you know, the sickness of the stomach. You know what I'm talking about? I do not like saying the word. I don't like saying it. I feel like that's another reason why I like feel like I can't get into the Christmas spirit, because I'm always worried about that constantly. In the last few weeks it's been crazy, because TikTok, the stupid algorithm, sometimes it's helpful, but a lot of times it's not, and I wish it like would not work the way it does. But if you watch one video all the way through on a certain subject, it's gonna show you like 15,000 more in a row. And even if you put not interested, it's still gonna do it, because the dumb app doesn't work. So I'll see one video about the sickness of the stomach and how it's like taken out a whole family, whatever, and then I'll see 12,000 more of those videos, and oh my god, it's driving me insane, and it's making me so hyper aware, and it's making me like not be able to like live my day-to-day life. Like all I can think about is that. It's so annoying. And it's like so much to the point where I'm like telling my boyfriend to like wash his hands after touching like everything, and I know I'm driving him insane. The other day he like snapped at me, not in like a rude way, like I get it, I'm being overbearing and annoying, and he was like, dude, I did wash my hands, like chill out. And I was like, no, you didn't wash them right. And who am I to tell somebody to wash their hands the specific way I wash my hands, which is I wash my hands twice, and I do it for like 30 seconds each time, and I wash them in like scalding hot water. Like, why am I expecting somebody else to burn the skin off their hands? So I understand why he was like, bruh, chill out, you know? Ugh. Like, I've like purposely been like not going on TikTok that much because that's just my stupid algorithm does that. Even if you, and I've read comments of other people saying the same thing, like they'll click not interested, they'll block words, and they still see videos of it. I can't do it. And I've calmed myself a little bit down, like a little more in the past few days, but the past few weeks, it has been bad. And I just have to keep telling myself like this happens every single year, like it's nothing new. It's the same as the cold going around in the winter, everything else going around in the winter. Like, it's nothing new, chill out. But to me, it's like a whole different experience, even though it's not. It's the same thing every year. Oh, I can't stand it. I feel less alone in like my thoughts and feelings about it because of TikTok, because I see so many people talking about how they feel the exact same way as me. But then I just get way too aware of it, and I'm like, oh, I just wish I could like just not even know what it is, never even heard of it. Like, I wish I just didn't know anything about it, honestly. But yeah, it is really hard to be like jolly and in the spirits and want to leave my house. Like, I'm so hesitant to leave my house because of it. Like, I want to do things. I've wanted to like go Christmas shopping and have fun, but I'm flipping out about it. I keep flipping out about it, and I keep telling myself like, you can't, like there's no way you can do that. I keep door dashing myself things because I'm terrified of picking up something. I haven't been irresponsible though, like it's things that like I absolutely need, you know, in the moment. Like, I had to DoorDash pads because I was going through it. I was like, I can't leave my house, I can't go to a store, so I DoorDashed a necessity. It's okay, I'm not gonna bash myself for it, but it's hard right now, but I'm working through it. I feel like one of my eyebrows is higher than the other. I'm gonna use setting spray because my face looks really dry right now. Delicious, all hydrated and rejuvenated. Oh, this is another thing kind of going off what I was just talking about. I've been wanting to do like a mukbang in my car so bad. Like, I love watching videos where people just like eat in their car and they just talk. I want to do one so bad, and I want to go to Dunkin', but I can't get myself to go because I'm like, oh, imagine the people in there like not washing their hands right, or touching their phone and then touching their food, which I would hope that most food service workers don't do that because that's nasty. But I've seen it on TikTok. People are in the kitchen making food, recording themselves doing it with gloves on, and then they go and press like stop and then record again on their phone with their gloves on, and then they touch the food. And I'm like, that's not how gloves work. Just because you have gloves on doesn't mean that they don't pick up germs. You have gloves on to, you know, not touch anything else but the food and whatever else is sanitized. And that's all I can think about when I'm like wanting to go to a drive-thru to get like Dunkin' or Taco Bell, and then I'm like, nope, I can't do it. I will say it saved me money, but I want to do a mukbang in my car. So my boyfriend gave me this grand idea of, oh, why don't you just make something at the house and then just go drive to a park and eat it in your car? And I was like, you know what? I will do that. I don't know when. Don't put me in a time constraint, but I'm gonna make myself an egg sandwich, I think. Turkey, egg, and cheese sandwich. And I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna just vibe. Once again, I don't know why my brain is wired this way. It's interesting, but we persevere. We conquer the world alongside Queen Mona. I'm gonna do my regular lip combo now. Brown lip liner and a matte lipstick. Man, you guys, my skin looks disgustingly dry right now. That setting spray only worked for the few seconds that it was damp on my skin. I feel like all I ever talk about is my internal conflicts. I don't want like that to be the only thing I talk about in this video, but I don't do anything. I don't do much of interest, so whatever's going on in my head is like the main focus of my life. Okay, I'm gonna set my already extremely dry face because it'll crease. I'm just gonna set like this area. Well, you guys, that's it for the makeup. I'm gonna do my hair now, and then we'll move on to the outfit. Oh, my battery's gonna die again. Gosh dang it. Hold on. Okay, the second battery change has been done. I'm gonna do my hair now, as I was saying. Ugh. My hair touching my face has given me the chills. Plug my straightener in. I'm just gonna straighten all my hair. I really need to invest in a heat protectant. And I need to re-dye my hair black because for some reason it is looking brown. I say it in every single video, I want colorful hair again so bad. I literally thought about shaving my head yesterday because I was like, F it man, I'm just gonna shave all the back of my head and just have this front part going so I can bleach it again. I know I would hate that though. I don't think I would like how that looks. I'm gonna give it a little more time, and I still want my really long Chelsea cut, so I'm not giving up that easily. I'm gonna let it grow, and I'll do little tiny baby trims on it. Oh, my septum keeps getting so crusty with like snot, because these big rings, they like gather so much condensation and like snot. It's kind of gross, but that's just the price you pay to look like cool. Okay, I'm gonna put hairspray on the back of my hair because it's too short to grab with the straightener, I think. Yeah, there's the hair. I'm gonna pick out an outfit with you guys now. Yippee. Let's go. Okay, don't mind the kind of messy background and the insane lighting. I am not setting up my whole box light for this. Oh, let me turn on the Christmas lights. I don't know if you can even see them. Whatever. Okay, I changed the lighting to like the warm lighting. Hopefully that looks better. I kind of want to be able to put something over my pajamas, not gonna lie. I kind of want to wear this skirt with something. I think I wore this in one of my most recent videos. So, sorry to be repetitive, but this is what I want to put on first. I'm gonna put it on over my pajama pants. And then I'm gonna scrunch my pajama pants up so you can't see them. Just like that. Oh yeah, I remember. I wore this skirt in my room tour. Oh well, I'm wearing it now. Again. Okay, so I know I wore the skirt with stripes in my room tour as well, but I want to pair it with this striped tank top and this like lime green chartreuse cardigan because I think these colors look really nice together. So I'm gonna put this on and see what it looks like. Okay, there's what that's looking like. I put on my leopard print creepers. I'm gonna put on this studded belt now. I can't even see myself in the viewfinder. This outfit is mid at best. Okay, I added a few little necklaces and I'm gonna put my bracelets on. I think it's decent enough. Let me grab a bag. My tried and true camo bag. That's super noisy. And that's the outfit. I mean, like I said, it's not the best, most interesting outfit, but it's realistic. I would wear this out in public doing whatever I needed to do. Yeah, man, that's the outfit. Shall we move on to the outro? Okay, guys, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. I have to be quiet now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk forever. I love doing it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Don't worry, there will be a winter outfits video coming soon. I really want to film one. I just need to find the time in between healing Mona and doing everything else, but I will be uploading one. It might just be my next video, who knows. Thank you for everything. Almost at 10K. Almost at 10K. We got this, you guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to get notified whenever I upload. I don't have a schedule, I upload whenever. So hit that bell so you can be the first to comment. Because that's just the vibe. Have a good day, night, morning, whatever time it is where you live. I appreciate you all so much. And I'll see you soon. Bye.